So guys, the crypto markets are trading sideways, somewhat pumping. Bitcoin dominance is just shooting up. USDT dominance is crashing down, pointing to the fact that everyone is starting to reallocate to Bitcoin and altcoins. Price action on Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting to see a little bit of resistance testing specific zones. And right now, there's a lot of mixed sentiment from a lot of crypto analysts and traders that have been here in the space. Some people believe we're going to be shooting up. Other people think that we're going to be seeing a deviation before we start seeing a gradual rip up. And today, I want to walk you guys through all the mixed sentiment, what is going on in the news events with Trump, and a few other different things that are fueling the price action in the markets. If you guys are new to my channel though, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, the news events that have an effect on the market, and exactly what you need to do to position yourself. Guys, right now the markets have been pumping quite exponentially in the last week or so, but right now we're starting to see a lot of resistance, consolidation. Everyone's wondering what's going to be happening. Is alt season already going to happen, or are we going to be seeing a little bit more deviations before a huge rip up? Overall though, I'm still at my new casa. My doggo's over there. I'm sitting on my bed. Don't have my studio set up and everything. Have a new desk and a lot of things coming this weekend. But besides that, guys, price action around Bitcoin is looking super positive. Like how I said, we're testing specific resistance zones. So a lot of people are anticipating the price action and how we're going to be closing out the US markets tomorrow and how Bitcoin responds. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum was seeing a little bit of consolidation, rejection around that resistance zone after pumping up quite significantly. And right now it is also pretty much just doing the same choppy sideways price action, but seeing a little bit of green in the markets currently right now. Altcoins have been following the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum mainly, because whenever Ethereum rips up, guys, altcoins follow, because a lot of coins are built on the Ethereum chain. So you got to have an understanding of the correlation with liquidity whenever we start to see the huge rip ups. Like how I said, Bitcoin dominance right now is shooting through the roof, making new highs so far in this cycle. Not new all-time highs, but it is shooting up quite exponentially, and a lot of people are anticipating when is it going to be peaking out. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on all that information and the percentage zones. So make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay tuned, guys. Also, all comments on my channel, guys, like the one right here. Yes, I get to all comments, guys, but just give me a little bit of time. I'm still moving, trying to do my normal life stuff, work a 9 to 5 while day trading. I do a lot of different stuff while shooting these YouTube videos as well. So just give me some time, but I will get to all your questions. But guys, like how I said, with Bitcoin dominance shooting up, it's really showing how everyone is reallocating to Bitcoin and altcoins with that total 2 chart. And USDT dominance right now is crashing down quite significantly. And this just goes to show that everyone is getting out of stables, really wondering exactly what's going to be happening. That's why people are allocating to Bitcoin and also slowly allocating to Ethereum and altcoins as well. But right now, there's a lot of mixed sentiment. Some people are already calling for altcoin season, while other long-term crypto traders and analysts that have been here for multiple cycles are saying we're going to be seeing a little bit more downward, price action before we see a huge rip up. And this is based off of specific zones, Fibonacci sequences, global liquidity, the news events, and all that stuff. One of the main things that's fueling the price action and the markets and everything in general is the talks about Trump. And right now, we have mixed sentiment from headlines being changed, false information being spread. So right now, the biggest thing that's causing a lot of the, pumps and dumps is the economy, and also the huge trade war that's taking place, the tariffs, and a lot of other different things that are going on. People calling for recession, World War III, all these moving parts. And right now, having an understanding on those news events and how it has a correlation is super, super key. Like not just Benjamin Cohen was talking about. Sorry guys, I have to remember all this on the top of my head. Benjamin Cohen was talking about how pretty much headlines are changing every single day. Sometimes we hear talks and deals going through, and then other days they say no talks have even been made. So as a result, we're waiting for that huge, news event, concrete news that just causes a huge rip up in price action. And usually, guys, the markets respond even before we see a huge event be shown. So this is why it's super key to keep up with the day-to-day, the price action, and everything that's going on. But right now, in terms of what's going to be happening, I saw a great post talking about exactly what is anticipated from Crypto Intelligence X, and I really agree with the pump that's anticipated to happen in May, and then a little bit of sideways price action in the summer, and overall a huge closeout for the markets at the end of the year. That's kind of what we saw in 2024. If you guys have been staying tuned with all the day-to-day videos and me shooting day-to-day, guys, I have been seeing the funnel and how everything changes throughout this whole process, and that's why I have a strong understanding of when I'm going to be selling and when I've been buying, which has been right now. But right now, guys, there's a lot of mixed sentiment. We're starting to see, you know, resistance around Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everyone's wondering if we're going to be ripping up. Other people think we're going to be deviating much lower. And then we also have people like CryptoCon giving us a long-term perspective with the Fibonacci sequence, talking about exactly the price action that we've seen in previous cycles, and also what's pretty much causing the deviations and the pumps currently right now. But with all that information, guys, being said, and everything that I just thrown and shown at you, what should you be doing right now? Well, the biggest thing is I already hope that you have an altcoin portfolio, which I have an altcoin portfolio, been allocating to strong positions, mainly AI, RWA, gaming, and a little bit of memes. And as a result, I have been stacking up on a good amount of positions. And the moment liquidity starts to move back, if we start to see a huge rip up in May, I'm going to take some profits off the table, especially with how, you know, everything's anticipated to play out for the rest of the year. And I plan to tell you guys on this YouTube channel when I take a little bit of profits off the table, and then when I plan to reallocate. We saw this happen in 2024, and I do not plan to repeat the same things that I did. So I want to show you guys exactly the ins and outs, buying, selling, and exactly how to position yourself when everything is happening. So what should you be doing? Dollar cost average, keep up with the news events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, check how Bitcoin dominance is going, see exactly that percentage zone when more likely we're going to be peaking out. Look at the percentage zone that we peaked out on last bull cycle, and then you can kind of have an understanding. History doesn't repeat, it rhymes. So you got to have an understanding of what happened and then just try to, you know, have a correlation with it. But guys, if you're new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on all the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and the indicators and everything you need to be aware of. Right now, there is mixed sentiment in the markets, and I'd be lying to you if I just said, yeah, altcoin season is already going to happen in a week and you're going to be stupid rich. Anyone that's telling you that doesn't truly know exactly what's going to happen, and more likely they're going to switch up their narrative in 2 weeks. So this is where you got to have real perspectives, real understanding on the market and what other people are saying, and I try to keep it real with you guys. Like I said, I just moved into my new place. This is a dope place, a 3-story townhome. I'm doing quite well, day trading, making a good amount of money, doing all this stuff, but I want to be real and separate myself from everyone else in the crypto space. I understand you're in it to make money. I understand that you want to make those crazy gains like you see everybody else does. But if you don't keep up with the proper price action, the news events, and everything that's fueling everything, you are going to get left in the dust. You're going to capitulate your bags, and then you're going to be crying the moment everything rips up and you are sidelined. But stay tuned, guys. Drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Like how I said, I get to all my comments, so just give me a little bit of time, and I will get to your comment. Any questions, suggestions, drop them down below. Any video topics, drop them down below. Anything you guys want to see, just let me know. Overall, I am a crypto trader, YouTuber, trying to, you know, separate myself in the space. So just stay tuned, and hopefully you guys stay all the way until altcoin season happens. I do not plan on stopping this channel. I'm getting very close to monetization, so make sure you stay tuned. You share this video to anyone that likes crypto, and just wait, guys. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.